This is the Vicks Ultra Quiet Cool Mist Humidifier, and it is rated up for a large room, which is about 400 to 600 square foot. It covers one of the largest spaces that of their humidifiers, and they also have some for medium rooms and small rooms. The water, let me go ahead and turn it on. It holds 1.2 gallons, which they say lasts up to 20 hours per filling. Mine started up immediately as soon as I turned it on, but that's because I've been using it today already. If it's dry, or you're just filling it up, or it's brand new, it can take up to 15 minutes before you'll see any mist, and it's a cool mist. And the reason it takes so long for it to start up is it has to fill the water reservoir, and it has to saturate the demineralization cartridge, which is inside here. Now it also has up here, this is directional, so you can put it any way you want, and they recommend facing it away from walls and furniture, of course. And this is really handy. This is a handle. One of the smaller ones that I have here, it does not have a handle. Not a horribly big deal, but it is useful. Now, one thing I want to point out is this one cost $60 at Walgreens. As far as I know, Walmart doesn't carry this one, and that's expensive. That's really expensive. This one, however, is rated for a medium room. It also holds 1.2 gallons and lasts for 30 hours. But it's only rated for a medium room, which was 250 to 400 square foot. But it only cost $35 at Walmart. So it's really a better deal, a much, much better deal. Anyhow, that is the filter free. And if you want to see my review on it, just follow the link up in the corner. This vaporizer, the Ultra Quiet, and the filter free for that matter, use the Vicks Vapor scented pads, which are these. And in this humidifier, they actually go inside. You'll have to lift up the water tank, and there's a slot for them right in here underneath the water tank. And you can put one in there, and that's really nice. And it has a little heater that heats it up so that you get the scent from that. So this area here can get a little warm, but nothing dangerous. Just be aware of that. Make sure you always put it on a flat surface. Someplace you don't mind getting a little water on, just in case as you're putting the tank on, you'll always get a little water drops here and there. Don't turn it on if there's no water inside, because you can damage the equipment. So make sure not to turn it on unless there's water inside. And let's see, make sure to turn it off before removing the water tank. That also helps protect against damage. And I think that's about it. It's a really good humidifier. I also have a warm steam Vicks vaporizer, and overall I like the cool mist better. I think it's a little bit more soothing when my son has a stuffy nose, and in the summer it's nice because it doesn't heat up his room. It actually keeps his room cool. But and it really helps with the dry air a lot better than the warm steam, because it spits out a lot more moisture into the air than the warm steam ever would. But overall I like it. The price was crazy. I only got it because my son had just been diagnosed with the flu, and I was at Walgreens and I needed one. But overall I probably would suggest getting the cheaper $35 one that's available at Walmart. Give me just a moment and I will empty the water out and show you the inside. Okay, the tank is now empty of water, and this is the water tank, and you can just lift it up out of there. And this is the tank cap. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. There we go. And it just turns. It's got a seal, and I've never had any problem with it leaking. But you just turn it upside down. You fill it full of water, as full as you can get it. Then put that cap back on. And then you'll flip it upside down and put it back on top. This is a water valve. You can press it and turn this upside down, and it helps get some of the water out. There's really no good way to get the last drops of water out of there. It takes almost 36 to 48 hours to get this as dry as you would like, completely dry, before you want to put it back in storage. So just have a place on your counter where you can keep it until it dries out completely before you put it in storage. This is the base, and here's the water reservoir, and this is the demineralization cartridge. And then let's see what else. Of course, you've got the knob, and it's off right now. And this is the water sensor. It will actually sense when there is water in there and when there's not. I believe it will actually shut off when there's no water in the reservoir, which the filter-free, the cheaper one, does not have. But I rarely, if ever, have come across needing that. I think that is it. Oh, and this is where the scented pad goes for the Vicks pads, and you can just put one in there. The other thing is, when you're dumping water out of this, there's a note right here, and you'll want to make sure to tip it that way. I'm not sure why, but they do request you do that, so that is what I've done. Now, I did clean this humidifier out once, exactly as they described in the directions, with vinegar, and I mean to the T. My son had just gotten over the flu, and I wanted to make sure it was clean. And when I fill it with water, I've used it twice since then. It still has a vinegar smell to it. I can't seem to get rid of that smell. I don't know if that's normal or not. Maybe I did something wrong. But like I said, I followed it to the T as best as I could, and rinsed out, waited the appropriate times, let them soak, and there's still just a slight vinegar smell. I'm hoping that'll go away with time, but anyhow, I believe that is it. And I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, just put them in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer them.